2013-14 Ford Expedition, black in color. Customer states front end's falling out of it. They had it at another shop, I guess, and they were doing some work on it. Their shop took too long, so the guy said, yeah, never mind, you can't get parts, I'll find someone who can. And now it's here, so we're gonna pick up the slack. The thing was in for some blown out front struts. I guess the rear shocks were okay, going off what the work order told me. Rears are okay, fronts were blown out, leaking everywhere. Crawled under the other day, confirmed that, ordered new ones, like yesterday. Ordered new ones, they are arriving momentarily, so we're gonna get this thing up in the air. We're gonna disassemble it, pull it apart, throw in those new units, and send it off for a wheel limb. Easy peasy job. Should be a no frills type of repair on this thing right here. So stay tuned, this right here, it's gonna be a very good video. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I think you're about good right there, sir. Yep, throw and park, shut her down. Thanks, Dave. What do we got here? It's a Ford Expedition. Yeah, it's Expedition, limited edition Expedition of the, hey Dave, what is this, 2008?
I think 14.
14, oh, I'm way off. Yeah, that's a 13, 2000, or 8th month of 13. Yeah, it's a 2014 Ford Expedition. Let's check the mileage on this unit. We're gonna throw some front struts on it because customer states they feel loose and floppy, and they heard they were leaking at approximately 58,638.3 miles on the odometer. I would say that they're probably leaking because of age, maybe not so much from some usages or whatever. So let's get this thing set up. I'm a little late in the day today. It's been an administrative kind of day. One thing to notice, Dave was talking to me about this yesterday. He was working at the Kingdom of Tire stores once, and somebody tried to lift these up by the hinges on the running boards, which is a big no-no. Check this out, you open the door, then the little running boards come down automatically. Well, some yo-hole decided they were gonna rack this thing up by the hinges, which are plastic, and not by the giant metal frame steel below everything, or steel made frame. Yeah, when you guys are setting up jacks and stuff on cars, you should use the metal, not the plastic. It's gonna work out better like that in the long run. Anyway, let's get this thing up in the air. I'm gonna pull the front wheels off of it, and we're gonna slap in some replacement strut units, because we have found that the coil front spring / strut assemblies have massive, super duper huge leaks, and we need to remedy that. Looking good over here. You good on that side, Dave? Nah, I don't think so. Kinda.
Yeah, we're good.
Tell me when, I'll hit the button. Good? Black subscribe button. Moving on up. Pow. I heard a ping, pow, snap, crackle, pop. What is that about? Okay. Moving all the way up. That felt kind of loosey-goosey. Yeah, that looks pretty loose. Look at that. Something is broken on this truck. What's going on in here? Shaky, shaky. Yeah, something's moving around like a lot. Can't like this. Hey Dave, can I borrow you for a second? I'm gonna go in there with a flashing light. I need to see some things. Yeah, that one's good. Dave, where'd you go, buddy? He gone. Is this thing like falling out? The ball joint falling out of it? Yes. It is ball joint falling out. How are we doing that? And more importantly, how did you drive here? Yeah, okay, let's pull the wheels off and see what the problem is here. Here, Dave, just go around to my left over there, buddy, and give this thing a shaky shake. See if we can go up and down with it. Flipping things falling apart. What? Look at that. That's like not even bolted on. And that one up there is also not bolted on. Just kind of go up and down like we're doing a bearing check. Yeah, what? No way. Okay. How's the other side? Is it just as safe? Well, I see where the shock is leaking. Okay, that's not tight. All right, well, we're gonna put struts in this, I guess. I think we're good. You can come on out of there. Or let me come out of there, or something like that. Let's pull the wheels off and see what kind of carnage the last shop left behind during the inspection. All right, let's get in there a little deeply and see what the dealio is. We got a wheel lock key situation going on here. That's a lock that you can't normally unlock. It's supposed to be a theft preventative measure. You know, the funny thing about that is these really don't deter thieves, because number one, like, you can just hammer a socket over to these, or you can just purchase some of these, like, they're like the spline drive style. You can purchase the master kit, which works on all of the spline drive locking lug nuts. So these are really only useful to delay you at the tire store and to get lost and to cause you the inability to change your tire if it's flat. No. What's his problem? Huh? Did everybody else lose power, or is that just us? Okay. We have more electrons again. What the heck's going on around here? There's mayhem afoot. I'm wondering. Hang on, man. There's something right here. Somebody messing with me, or somebody have a suicide death wish to see that. That's like not even tight. That's just loose sitting there hanging out. It's about to fall off. Dude drove this thing over here too. How you gonna drive some cars? Did you call the shop halfway through and cancel? Whoa, and like cancel a repair or something, guy? Like why are your wheels loose? That thing wasn't tight. That's not tight. Dave, how about your side? Is your side tight?
No, mine's loose.
So you got loose parts everywhere. Look, that's loose right there. Yeah, customer states suspension makes noise while driving. Okay, well, oh man, look, there's another one. Another loose bolt right there. That one's loose. This is all freshly loose too. There's witness marks on it. I think, yeah, fingerprints over here. I think somebody was taking this thing apart once and then they put it back together, and now I'm taking it apart again. So whoever did the hard part for me, appreciate that. I'm just gonna repair the struts on this with my flanges. But I can see definitely they're leaking. Look at that, that's for sure blown out strut seal business. Paint that on right there. Wow. Yeah, I don't get it. Why are all the parts falling off of this? It's like hand tight only. I am Iron Man. I can disassemble cars with my fingers. Yeah. Okay. Next, how about the steering knuckle here? Can I get the ball joint disconnected by hand only? That's a negative. Need tools for that one. Yeah, I'm only left to assume that this is a previous repair attempt that was abandoned halfway through, and now we have all the bolts randomly disconnected. Yeah, that's like not even close to being tight. I'm gonna make sure when I put this together though that all the bolts are gonna be tight. That way the car stays assembled when it leaves here and doesn't get me sued. That would be unfortunate. There we go. Okay, the knuckle is free, that's good. And the strut's almost out because the thing wasn't ever bolted together. This is the easiest job I never had to do. Look at that, just pry that guy right out of there. Tell you what, I need to get that last upper strut bolt out. Maybe we'll drop it down, maybe kind of wiggle it out of there somehow, some way-ish. We'll go in there with a flexi 14 mil, get this last one off, which is also loose. Yeah, that's just gonna fall right out of there. Easiest job ever. Someone did all the hard work. I really hope the guy that owns this didn't do all this and then assume that would be like okay to maybe for content or something, because doing such things is how you violate rule number 1. That'll violate you real quick. Dave, how'd you get all that unstuck out of there? What were you doing? We need to take the, kind of wedged in there now. I need to take this tie rod off, I think. That's gonna be my problem, is this tie rod in right down here. Because now I have a strut stuck between a tie and a rod. At least that thing's, at least that one was tight, right? Yeah, Dave, I pulled my tie rod off on this side.
Yeah,
that's what you did? I'm gonna need to get a hammer action device, linear impact driver. Can I borrow your purse?
yeah.
Why, thank you, sir. Industry standard term for hammers. Dong! Got it. Now we're cooking with Crisco here. Maybe. Pull that guy out. There, we have one strut assembly that's leaking everywhere removed. And I have 2 strut assemblies that have arrived for replacements. There we go. So we had 2 choices of component selection. We had cheap junk ones or really good ones. So we elected to not buy the cheap junk ones. It's a buy once, cry once kind of deal. I could have put cheap junk ones in there, but I don't like doing that, so I didn't. Okay, so these should be a little easier to install because the studs are not pressed into a little mounting bracket right here. So I'm just gonna slide these guys right into position. Dave, if your box is missing your studs, grab those 2 out of my box and just try to match them up with something that's in the deal. Warning: do not remove nut, spring under compression, injury may occur. So don't unbolt these while they're bolted together. Got it, comprende. That should not be an issue for me. Here, let's stick this thing in here. Get in there. Gotta line up the holes and make them fit, which is hard to do. Yeah, that's not working. I think I need to pry down on this lower control arm some. Just to get a little bit more space. You guys see that? Got a pry bar here. I'm gonna lean down on it with my armpit. Freaking heavy. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay. The studs are not lining up with the holes, so I think I'm not turned in the right direction. Let's give it a 33-degree rotation. That's a 1/3 of the way. Try to line it. There we go. There. All right. Yes. Okay. So what I'll do, I'm gonna pick up on this unit. Just pry bar it from the bottom. We'll pick it up, lifting the strut upwards. The studs are gonna come through the mounting bracket up here. And then I can throw some fasteners on there. Start bolting it down. There we go. Ding. Another one here. And then the third one goes out back some. Way back in there. That's good. Okay. Nut clickage. You know, I hope nothing is ruined on this thing from driving around with not bolted in front end parts. I would like to know how that happened though. I could speculate, but speculating on how that occurred would not be the most productive thing. Maybe the guy was working on it and couldn't figure out how to get the struts out of it because they didn't have a long enough pry bar rod for the appropriate leverage, and then they kind of gave up, brought it here. Maybe it's a predatory customer. Like, well, why'd you sell new struts when you just had to bolt the old ones in? No, I don't think that's the issue either. I don't know. It's hard to tell why. Sometimes you just kind of quit asking and just accept things for what they are. Okay, let's throw some bolts in here. We'll move the illuminator down. Got new hardware that came with these KYBs. Drop that stuff down in the hole here. Bolt it on from the bottom side. If my bolts came all the way through, and they did not. So what I'll do is probably pry bar this up until it makes good contact with the ball joint there. Then we'll tighten the ball joint, and then that will draw the knuckle up, giving me space down here for those lower bolts. And then I can bolt it back together. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what I'll do. So let's see. If I take this guy, bring it over here. Pry bar the upper control arm down. We can get some insertion from the upper ball joint. Ding! Injury. A little more. I need the threads to expose. Come on, threads. Okay. That was scary. All right. Now, tighten this guy down properly. Click. There, and it drew the lower upward. So now we can tighten down those bolts to secure the strut. Loud Dave noises. Those are not the strut bolts that I just spoke of. That's the tie rod. one. Second one right there. Tighten you down in a minute. Let's get tie rod on there real quick. That goes there. Beautiful. Why are we not doing anything? My gun's crapping out. Seriously? Can't have nice things. Clickage. All right, that's on there. We're getting somewhere. This is the easiest job ever. Someone did half of it for me before I even got here. Okay, 17 millimeters for the bottom strut bolts. That's the one. And the other one. Beautifulness. Alrighty. So that's one free and clear replacement KYB strut assembly, not leaking, bolted in properly, secured, bolted down. That's half of a job. Well done. Problem solved. Complete. Should no longer be making noises or running itself off the road while driving. Okay. Dave already did the other side while we were doing this side, so that side's done. He beat us. The wheel's already on. Probably because I was jaw-jacking, making videos and stuff, not paying attention. Let's get this guy bolted down real quick. We'll let her down. This thing has to go to the alignment shop. It's gotta go to the alignment shop. I don't have my alignment rack yet, but I ordered one. I ordered it. There's a 4-post lift on the way. So soon I will do my own wheel alignments. It's gonna be fantastic. Of course, our wheel lock keys so no one steals our wheels. These are highly sought after 20-inch Ford wheels, Goodyear Wrangler tires. There we go. Good to go. That's mission critical success right there, guys. All right, let's let this thing down. I've got a blend door actuator to remove out of the dash. There's a clicking dash noise going on in this thing. Need to get the actuator changed out. Let's get her on the ground so I can get into the door. Expedition coming down and contact. Excellent. Well there folks, that was a simple enough repair. Customer states we have leaky struts. I found leaky and disconnected struts, installed non-leaky struts, and then connected them. Vehicle has been serviced, service complete. I think that's probably gonna wrap it up for this one. I gotta take it over to the alignment shop, get the front end lined on it, and a couple of little knick-knacky things. I got an oil change to do on it, and that's gonna be about it. So guys, as always, thank you for watching this short video. Let me know what you think on how this thing was driving around with nothing bolted together. I'm a little curious to learn that. I'm gonna ask the guy what happened, because there's clearly a backstory here, but I don't know what it is. Nobody tells me these things. Anyway, I'm gonna find out. Let me know what you think about this thing. Comment section down below. Don't forget to engage that like and subscribe button while y'all are down there. And most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later in a video, end of expedition, end of Ford, end of front end repair, end of transmission.